Hey yogis and yogis, welcome back to Yogana. My name is Anna, and today we're going to be doing a flow for travel. So if you've just had a really long day of sitting in a car, a train, or maybe your plane, or just sitting in general, this is going to be an awesome flow to loosen up all your muscles, get some blood flowing, some oxygen, and feel a little bit more energy. So go ahead and hop onto your mats, grab something comfy to wear, make sure you have a mat handy or a space on the floor, and we'll get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start today's practice on our stomachs. So again, make sure you have a nice mat handy or someplace clean on the floor. So we're going to be on the floor a lot, kind of laying around and moving. So we'll go ahead and start with our hands stacked. The elbows are going to come out wide and the forehead is going to stack against the knuckles. From here, just really relax the shoulders. Go ahead and shake out the hips a couple times, releasing tension in the low back area and the glutes. And then come to stillness. Feeling that pressure point in between the eyebrows. Feeling maybe some release in the low back area. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift up the head. Take the arms out just a little bit wider than the mat. Tent up the fingertips. And then just start to lift up the heart. Roll the shoulders down the spine. Keep that low back, the glutes relaxed. We'll just inhale as we lift the heart. Exhale as we drop one shoulder. Maybe drop that right cheek down. Inhale back up. And exhale that left shoulder, left cheek. Inhale back up one more time each side. Really let the shoulders fall down the spine. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Move into Sphinx pose. Prop yourself up like a tripod so the elbows are a little bit wider than the torso, than the hips. And the forearms are propping yourself up. The fingers are spread wide. Shoulders are going to roll down the spine. Keep the glutes nice and relaxed. You might feel some tension, some compression in the low back. And that's okay. We'll just open that up in just a moment. We'll bring fresh blood to the area. Just really open up the heart. When we're traveling, we might start to hunch over a lot. So this is going to be really good to open up the upper back area, the shoulders, and open up the heart. Good. On the next inhale, we'll press into seal pose. Take the hands to the corners of the mat, extend the elbows, and then lift up the belly. Drop the shoulders back down. Relax the glutes. Exhale, lower down the forearms, lower down the elbows, and press yourself back into child's pose. Big toes come together, knees maybe a little bit wider, and hips sink over the heels as we extend the arms. Breathe. And then next inhale, bend in the elbows. Press the palms together, and then maybe walk those elbows a little bit further forward. Again, just getting deep into the shoulder blades this time, really opening up the low back instead of compressing it. Exhale, fully extend the arms. Inhale, press yourself up through all fours and then make your way into a wide-legged seat. So just come to the sits bones, extend the feet out really wide, and then move to the fronts of the sits bones. So move the glutes out of the way, find a tall spine, a soft bend in the knees, And then an inhale as we lengthen through the spine. Exhale as we walk the hands forward, keep the shoulders down the back as we fold the heart towards the floor, and then just kind of pulse here a couple times, just slowly getting into the inner hips and the hamstrings and the low back. This area should feel really, really tight after traveling, so this pose might feel really good, might be a little bit more challenging since it's so tense. We rock side to side a couple times. Relax the head, relax the neck, shake it out. And then find stillness. We'll inhale, start to lift ourselves up slightly. Exhale, refold, maybe inch the fingertips, the hair further forward. Good. Inhale, walk the hands all the way over to the left side. Exhale, open up and frame that right side of the face with your right arm. And then inhale, bring yourself up and over to the right side, framing that left side of the face with your left hand. Keep moving in that circular motion, kind of like you're holding a beach ball as you move side to side. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. Moving one direction one more time each side, and then we'll switch directions. Good. Switching back over to the left side. Final time. And then come back through center. Inhale, start to walk the hands back in. Exhale, walk the hands behind you. Bend in the knees, keep the feet wide, and then just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Good. Next time the knees come through center, we'll press ourselves back up, come to all fours, so spin the legs behind us. Come into a tabletop, wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, fingers spread wide. We'll find some cat-cows, really warm up the spine. So drop the belly as you inhale, shoulders roll back, heart opens. Exhale as you arch into cat, roll the shoulders in, chin comes to the chest, back arches. Inhale, open up into cow. Exhale, arch and close into cat. Keep moving here at your own pace. Really feel each vertebrae on the spine just start to loosen up, open up. Breathe fresh oxygen into those areas. And just find any natural movements. If you want to take a gaze over one shoulder, find some hip circles, go ahead and add those on. Good. Once you balance out, whatever dynamic, whatever variation you've tried in that cat-cow flow, just balance it out, and then eventually, next time you open up, we'll neutralize the spine, find tabletop again, and then find thread the needle. So walk the left hand in, inhale, open up the right arm. Exhale, close and thread the right arm through, landing on that right cheek, extending that left arm or wrapping it behind you. Good. If you wrap that left hand behind you, we're slowly going to unwind, planting that left hand down again, pressing it into the palm, and then opening up with that right arm and switching sides. Walk the right hand in, inhale the left arm high, and exhale, thread it through. option with that right hand to keep it right where it is. Extend it forward or wrap it all the way behind you. Really feel that opening in the shoulder blade area. Breathing into the torso, detoxing. And exhale, unwind the right arm. Inhale, press into the palm and unwind the left arm. Good. Lower down, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. We're going to pedal out the dogs to warm up the hamstrings. So lift the hips. Keep the knees soft and then just bend deeply into one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the ground and then switch sides. Good. From here, we'll evenly press both heels down towards the mat. Drop the hips, find a high plank. Lower down, bent elbows, and then inhale, find an up dog. So untuck the toes, lift the heart, shoulders drop down. Only thing that should be touching is the bottoms of the hands, tops of the feet. Exhale, press it back, find down dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, drop the hips, lower down, bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, untuck the toes, gaze goes over the left shoulder, gaze goes over the right shoulder. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tippy toe, your feet slowly up to meet your hands and find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Good. We're just going to hang out here, so grab opposite elbows, shake out the head, and open up naturally the backs of the knees. Just let gravity take over here. Let the blood rush to the head, to the shoulders. And then release the hands. Ragdoll yourself up. Find your way slowly into a standing pose at the top of your mat. Rolling the shoulders back. Palms are going to face forward. And then we'll inhale, palms at prayer center. Exhale, giant step back with the right foot as we find warrior two. So heel on that right side is going to drop 45 degrees. Left toes aim towards the front, arms come out to a T, shoulders are right over the hips. We'll press that left knee open, sink the hips low, and then inhale it back into reverse warrior. Drop that right hand down the back leg, left arm reaches back. Breathe into that left side of the torso. Inhale yourself up into extended side angle. Rest on that left knee as you reach up with that right hand. And breathe into the right side of the torso. Inhale back up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame that left foot, find a low runner's lunge. Drop that right knee, untuck the toes, and then inhale the arms high, finding a low crescent lunge. Press that right hip down and forward. Drop the shoulders down the ears. Grab onto the right wrist and pull yourself over to the left. Find that nice long line in the right side of the body. Open up in the heart on the right side. And breathe. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, cactus arms. Bend in the elbows 90 degrees. Press that heart open. Shoulder blades together down the spine. Open up in the heart. And then exhale, frame the left foot. Press the hips back. Find a half split just for a breath. Exhale, press it forward. Tuck the right toes. Kick that left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Lower down, bent elbows. Inhale, find up dog, untuck the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, kick the right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it up and through. Inhale, drop that left heel, open up, warrior two. Right toes are aiming forward, right knee is aiming open, arms are out at a T. Inhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, bring it up, extended side angle, rest on that right leg, reach up with the left hand. Shoulders are stacked in line. And then inhale, bring it up, warrior two. Exhale, frame that right foot. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, the arms high. Sink the hips low. Drop the shoulders down. Exhale, grab onto the left wrist, pull yourself over to the right. Open up in that left shoulder. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, frame that left or right foot and then press the hips back. Half split. Inhale, press your hips forward, bend in the right knee. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee. Step in with that left foot into pyramid pose. So feet are on two separate planks here. Both of the hips are aiming forward. We'll inhale as we find a half lift, so take the hands up the leg, flat back here, shoulders down the spine. Exhale, refold, and then really release in the neck, shake it out, or even find a little bit of a twist. Grounding that right hand on that low back, or reaching up with the hand, stacking the shoulders, opening up towards the right side. Gets you extra deep into the hamstrings, into the calves, challenges your balance. And then we'll close up with that right hand if you found the twist. Ground through the right foot, soften the knee, and bring your left foot up into one-legged mountain pose. So bring it in towards the chest, more balancing here. Exhale, open up into tree pose. Ground that left foot somewhere along the right leg, whether the toes be touching the ground or it be up in the air. Just protecting that right knee. So either above or below the knee, planting that left foot. Maybe arms fly high, or they stay down beside you or at prayer center. Press that left knee open, pull in the belly button. If you fall out of it, no worries, just come back into it after you touch down, and then we'll inhale, start to make our way back into mountain pose so palms can come back to prayer center wherever they are. We'll release that left leg from the right and then extend that left foot as we lower it down to meet the right. Shake out the hips. Good. From here, we're just going to take a giant step back with the right foot. And then we're going to inhale that right arm high. Left hand is on the left hip. Exhale as we reach it forward and down. Find pyramid on this side. So if you get into this and that right heel is not quite touching the ground as you fold forward, just take a little baby step in. Feet again are in two separate planks here. So that left foot's aiming forward, right toes are aiming kind of towards the top right corner. Go ahead and start to reset the spine. So we'll inhale, find that half lift, flat back. And exhale, refold and stay here, or start to slowly open up and twist to the left side. So taking that left hand to the sacrum or reaching it all the way up overhead, stacking the shoulders, opening up in the heart, finding that deeper hamstring stretch. And then starting to unwind when you feel balance on this side. If you twisted, come back through center. And then start to soften in that left knee. Start to bring that right knee up. So finding almost a one-legged mountain pose, opening up into tree pose. So keeping either of those right toes planted, that heel pressing against the left leg, or starting to inch your way up the left leg. Just protecting the left knee again, so either above or below. Maybe switching up the hands this time, take them down beside you if you took them overhead or kept them at per center, or maybe grabbing behind you, grabbing opposite elbows, or finding per hands behind you. Pressing that right knee open, pulling the belly button in. Bringing those palms back through per center. Releasing and extending that right leg. Kicking immediately back into pyramid again. So finding that same stance. Walking those hands down, releasing there. And then bending in the left knee, bringing that knee to meet the left wrist. Untucking the right toes, dropping the knee, and moving into pigeon pose. Inhale, we'll start to press ourselves back up. If you're on your back, we're just going to switch sides. So go ahead and switch that right ankle over the left knee. If you're on that traditional pigeon pose, we'll tuck the right toes and then slowly unwind that left leg, maybe opening up into scorpion dog or just lowering back down to all fours. That's the direction we're coming anyway. Eventually coming into that four-legged down dog and switching sides. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, bring that right knee to meet the right wrist. Or again, cross that right ankle over the left knee. Pull in the thigh or the knee. And then we'll lower it down. If you're in traditional pigeon, relax that right glute. Relax the shoulders. Maybe take the elbows out wider. And then inhale, start to press yourself back up. If you're on your back, go ahead and stay right there. Hug both knees into the chest. We're all going to meet you there. So go ahead, if you're in traditional pigeon pose, tuck the left toes, unwind the right leg, stack the hips, bend in that right knee if that feels good. Or just make your way into that four-legged down dog. And then we'll drop the knees. Press the hips back over the heels and spin the legs in front of us. Skirt ourselves towards the front of the mat so we make our way down onto our backs. Hug the knees in. Rock and roll side to side. Massage out the spine, massage out the shoulders. And then drop the feet. Bring the heels in towards the glutes. We'll move into bridge pose. So take the hands down beside you. We'll press into the bottoms of the feet as you lift the hips high. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Maybe tuck the shoulders, interlace the fingers, and lift the hips a little bit higher. Still keeping those knees in track with the hips. Release the fingertips, untuck the shoulders, and lower down the hips. Inhale, hug the knees in. And then we'll move into a twist. So go ahead and extend the right leg. Keep that left knee in. Inhale, take the hips up and over to the left side. Exhale, cross the body. Let that left knee fall over to the right. So from here, maybe grab onto that left knee with your right hand and pull that leg closer towards the ground. Taking that left arm out beside you, relaxing that left shoulder and letting it feel nice and heavy. Maybe gaze goes over the left fingertips or up towards the sky. Inhale, we're going to come back through center, unwind. Hug the knees back into the chest. And then switch sides. So go ahead and extend the left leg. Take that right knee across the body. Reset the hips over to the right. And then really press into that right knee with your left hand as you extend the right arm out beside you. Let that right shoulder fall heavy. Right fingertips, or gaze goes over the right fingertips or up towards the ceiling. And then we'll inhale, come back through center. Reset the hips, hug the knees back into the chest. And then move into a waterfall pose. We're going to kick the legs high. Take the arms down beside you, roll out the ankles if that feels good. Just really let the blood rush in the opposite direction on your legs from your toes to your hips to your heart. And then stay right here if this feels good. If you start to really feel a relief in the legs, or maybe working on that inflammation in the feet and the ankles and the quads. But if you want to go a little bit further, see if you can move into shoulder stand. So go ahead and prop the low back up with your hands. Come onto the elbows, the shoulders. And then maybe start to let the feet fall behind you. Really protecting the neck, so just not moving the neck either direction. Stay right up towards the sky. Maybe let those feet fall behind you. The toes either touch the ground, or if they're not touching the ground, go ahead and support the low back still. You definitely don't want that neck moving around right now. Really intense posture in the thyroid, in the backs of the knees, in the neck. And then we'll start to unwind the way we came into it. So move back through shoulder stand, kick the legs high, lower down the hands, slowly lower down the back, move into waterfall pose, and then extend the legs all the way down to the bottom of the mat as we find that counter pose of fish pose. So So we're going to tuck the hands underneath the glutes. The palms are facing the ground. I'll start to tuck the elbows underneath the low back too as we press into the elbows, press into the forearms, lift the heart, point the toes, and then that top of the head is going to almost hover over the mat. Just no pressure on the top of the head. If it's touching the ground, you just want to make sure there's no pressure there. You don't want to compress the neck. Good. We'll slowly lower down the upper back, the back of the head, and then release the hands. Find happy baby. We'll hug the knees in and then kick the feet up towards the sky, grabbing the outsides of the feet and rocking and rolling side to side a couple times. Bringing those knees in. Good, and then releasing the feet. Take a deep inhale in through the nose, deepest inhale you've taken all day. Exhale, release into Shavasana. Arms and legs come out long beside you. Shoulders tuck under the spine, palms face the ceiling. Toes come to the outer edges of the mat. Open and close the mouth, releasing tension in the jaw. Raise and lower the eyebrows. And then just let your body absorb this practice and just be. And stay here as long as you need to. If it feels really good in your body, just finding some movement, some relief, go ahead and stay here. Maybe take a little nap. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Namaste.